What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt and welcome back to Crypto Kings. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some awesome stuff that has been going on with whales and Shiba Inu. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for daily SHIB vids, and let's get right into it, folks. So if you guys have not seen what's been going on today with Shiba Inu, this is amazing stuff because honestly, folks, we were all expecting a pretty bad crash. I think most people would agree with that, yet Shiba Inu has managed to power through that, which is just incredible. You guys can see the market cap here. It's around $40 billion, even with, of course, the fact that we are, working with lower volume here, a little less of the social media sort of hype, but still managing to hold on to our price. And right now, of course, you guys can see we are ranked number 9 on CoinMarketCap, which, of course, is actually above Doge. So we have finally flipped Dogecoin here on the day, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I know a lot of people out here are invested in Doge as well, so you're probably rooting for Dogecoin to do well, but I do think this is very interesting that SHIB has managed to do that yet again. Now, whales have been doing some interesting stuff in regards to SHIB. So you guys can see here, an Ethereum whale just bought, you guys see this right, $4.94 million worth of SHIB, now accumulating over $132 million, $668,000 worth of SHIB. That is ridiculous. And the guy responds here, people going into SHIB with big money. Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. But you know what also is crazy? Getting started on Webull, guys. It's crazy, but it's a great idea. I'm telling you, top of the link down below in the description is so easy to do. Literally, take you 2 minutes to sign up, and you guys go over there and get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,300. So if you guys are looking to get started trading stocks, crypto, and you guys can trade SHIB over there as well, you guys can use my link and make a few bucks for free. So always do appreciate that. Top of the link down below in the description, folks. But when it comes down to it, guys, what we're working with here is, again, a very massive amount of extremely wealthy people who are also adding to their bag of SHIB, on top of the fact that we have, again, 780-ish thousand holders, I think, by now. So there are a lot of people who are actually holding on to this, and that is sort of a compliment to the fact that there are a lot of extremely wealthy people who are holding on to this, including the top 1,000 Ethereum whales, the top 1,000 wallets, which are holding on to, when it comes to SHIB, around $1 billion. So they're holding on to, around like 5-ish% of all the market cap is held by 1,000 people. That's good in a way because, it definitely doesn't, mean that they have a monopoly over the supply, but it also, is good because it's showing that when it comes down to it, a lot of people who have an awful lot of money are considering SHIB to be a good investment even at this point. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I will not tell you guys it is a great idea to buy SHIB at 73 because it's high. It's really high. I think that we're going to have a little bit of a correction when it comes down to it in the near future, and that is totally okay. That is expected. I definitely do think that, looking out for things like that is a totally reasonable approach to trading just about anything. Now, I talked in one of my previous videos about the kind of pattern that we were, sort of discovering here, and the pattern that it looks to be, again, is a sort of like ascending kind of wedge thing going on here, and again, it kind of defies exactly what you would consider. You have obviously the falling wedge, and of course you have some rising wedges and whatnot, but when it comes down to it, what I really care about is that it manages to consolidate in one spot, and this is kind of the ideal that I am looking for here in the near future, because you could go wedge all day if you want, but really when it comes down to it, are people considering this a good time to buy and a good time to sell? Are the times in which people are considering that within a very narrow boundary? So to give you guys an example of this happening here, I could go all the way back here to around the 8th up until the 23rd. Now, what's interesting about this is, again, nothing crazy happening here. I could pull up the relative strength index, the Fibonacci retracement. I could pull up all these indicators, but really what it boils down to in the simplest, easiest way possible is that what we are working with here is a very simple, very predictable sort of pattern where we are bouncing off the top, bouncing off the bottom, and the bounces are happening frequently and they're happening close together, and that is always what helps gear up for some kind of a breakout. So this pattern, is extremely common. I've seen it happen with, just about every major crypto out there, and it looks as if Shiba Inu potentially could be ready to experience something like that again. So again, if we are able to trade within a set kind of horizontal boundary here, we could create an arbitrary one. If we are able to trade within some kind of horizontal boundary here, somewhere around maybe 77 up to around, 68, something like that. If we are to see some kind of horizontal, barriers here, something like this in the near future, I definitely do think that is a very safe, very stable way to approach investing in this. So when it comes down to it, when is a good time to buy? Well, what I would do is, like I've talked about in previous videos, I would set a limit buy at somewhere around 60. I feel like 60 is kind of the spot that people are, sort of looking towards as kind of the baseline for support. And of course, when you guys look at the graph here, there are noted instances in which, it will drop below 60 and instantly spike back up. So, if you were to really round, yeah, I think 60 is definitely, again, kind of a good spot, because in all of these instances, it bounced right back up. Again, here's an instance where, of course, it bounced off from 67, so that's always good, but I think a limit buy at around 60, 61, something like that is definitely a safe way to get more SHIB for your buck, because that's the goal, isn't it? The goal here is to get more SHIB for your buck, and that is essentially what a lot of the whales will do, is they will set a limit buy at a price in which they can get the most for their money, and that's, pretty much what, smart investing, kind of goes, looks like in these kind of situations. So someone who is, an Ethereum whale that wants to add into their SHIB bag is probably going to set a limit order, somewhere around a cheaper price that they see possible, and then obviously try to get the most amount that they can. So that's kind of what I would look towards in a situation like this. But all around, guys, it definitely is looking bullish for the future here, of course, because, again, our goal is to consolidate. Our goal is to sit between, a set of prices for a long time. And the reason why that works, even on a basic psychological level, the reason why that works is because people aren't jumping ship, people aren't immediately dumping everything they own, and people also aren't buy every single day to where we reach a ridiculously overinflated price. So just about, any asset in the world you could look at, and when that happens, it appears to be a safer time to enter. For example, if you were someone who was looking to buy GameStop, I know a lot of people were interested in GameStop back when that, whole stock craze happened earlier this year. When you were looking to buy GameStop, you wouldn't want to buy it at $300 because that was way too high. But if it traded between, 150 and 200 for a week straight, you could buy, taking the risk, but you could buy assuming that, hey, it is possible that if we have another bull run, we could hit 300 again. Now, it's not me saying to buy GameStop. I don't know if that would be a sound financial, decision, but that's just an example of how these scenarios, kind of work, how these periods of consolidation kind of work. And of course, when we check, of course, the relative strength index, I always like to take a look at, you guys can see we are in what is considered, acceptable territory. And I think this is great. If we can kind of sit around here, for the next few days, I definitely do think that would help. That'd help a lot of people gear up for, another potential bull run. But again, things can't bull run forever. And that's kind of the issue that I think a lot of people need to realize, is that things cannot bull run forever, in order to prevent yourself from having too many, deadly crashes like that. The goal is to have these periods of consolidation that are long, that are stable, that are sturdy, and, to watch them, sort of over time gear up for the next bull flag. So that is that. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like, and please do subscribe. I really appreciate all the love on here, guys, for more daily SHIB vids. Thank you all so much. My name is Matt. See you guys on the next one. Peace.